Sold out and absolutely rocking Caesar Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Jameis going to look to throw right away. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Winston. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On play action, Winston. That is caught by a diving Thomas. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Jameis to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
The kick by Lutz is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Another run here with Sanders. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot. And it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Right back to Sanders on first down. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Good job. That boy stepping up, Riley.
Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Throwing on second down, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
On third down, Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 75 yards. And the Saints are able to move back in front. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and a couple. Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 67 yards, as they have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And now look at him go. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 57 yards. And the Saints have yet again retaken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Play action. Here's Hurts. Out to his left. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Second down, back to Sanders. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Tyrann Mathieu showing off a bit on that stop. Really nice tackle for loss.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. They find some open field here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, it's Kamara. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The slot man in motion right. From the 38, Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards there and a first down. Play action now. Winston. It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Final play of the half here, Winston. And that is incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The kick by Lutz is good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think
and now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 81 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
3rd and long for Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nakobe Dean drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know, every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
On 2nd down and 4, Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Here's Hurts to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 7, Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Slot man moves right. Third and short yardage. Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A first down throw for Winston.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night.
And the Saints have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Here's Hardy set to return.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And Winston lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. Touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins, 52 yards. And the Eagles strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never...
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now Winston. The 20. 10, and they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, and yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed, and now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. He is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on the defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win. This is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Kamara gets it again on second down. And maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Saints are winners here